beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yanni, and today we're doing another one brand makeup tutorial. So we're going to be doing Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is one of my favorite brands. It's probably one of the first brands that I ever used. So I love dedicating makeup looks, especially drugstore makeup looks, to one brand. They're affordable, they have really good quality stuff, so if you're interested in seeing how this look turns out, go ahead and grab a snack, grab a lot of water, because you know we're still trying to get healthy up at this joint, and keep on watching. So I got my brows on already. I used the brow kit from Wet n Wild, the Ultimate Brow Kit in dark brown. I just do my brows off camera because they take hella long. So we're going to start out with our eyes. I'm putting my e.l.f. eyeshadow tapes because I want this to be a little bit more intricate. And we're going to start out with the Heart and Soul eyeshadow palette. It is a 10 pan eyeshadow palette. It's the Color Icon palette. They're like newer version of their older ones. I'm using the Incognito what do you call it, concealer to go ahead and conceal my eyes. This is in the color medium neutral. And I like it because it has like a little bit of a peachy undertone, so it cancels out my darkness. And we're gonna create a look. So I'm gonna go into the first color in the palette. These don't have any names, so I took the like medium brown and I'm focusing that on my outer V, and then I take it slightly into the inside of my eye and my crease. And now with a flatter shader brush, I'm taking a deeper color and I'm focusing that again in the outer V and more in my crease. And then I decided to go with my fluffy brush. I cleaned it off and I took that beige color, like that really light cream color, and I'm just buffing everything out and just making sure that everything is seamless, nice and blended. Then I'm going to use the shadow stick. This is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Mega Last Liquid Shadow, and this is in the color Shells and Whistles, which is a beautiful like rose gold shimmer. And I love this because the applicator is flat and you can do like a cut crease without having to do like concealer and clean off your shadow and all this stuff like that. Like this just makes it super easy for like those quick days that you don't want to take forever. Okay, so instead of using the color I pointed to, I decided to use the shimmery like color, and I put that in between to make the shimmer and the matte kind of stand out. And I just took that deeper color that I used in the crease after, just to kind of make it a little bit more precise so that the shadow stick doesn't look so profound and everything looks blended. I'm using the Breakup Proof Gel Liner, and I used lashes and a liquid liner that I didn't have was Wet n Wild. It was LA Girl, and then the lashes were Kiss because I don't have any. Actually no, these are actual lashes from Wet n Wild, but they're from their Fantasy Maker line, so I don't know what the style is. I'm using the primer serum, and then this is the Wet n Wild Dewy foundation, which it is very dewy, I'll tell you that much. So the primer serum is the hydrating one, the Prime Focus, and then the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Luminex is in the color, I think it's in soft beige. And this is actually pretty light, so I want to try to see, we're already here and this is the only Wet n Wild foundation I have, so we got to try to make it work. So I'm over here blending. I'm using a Real Techniques sponge because my Wet n Wild sponge is actually dirty and I haven't washed it. So you see me blend to my heart's content. Now we're gonna go in with that same Incognito medium concealer, which it's so funny because the concealer is actually darker than my foundation. But we're gonna roll with it. Just keep it going. And I'm gonna blend and blend. That's what I'm doing. I'm blending. Blend. But we try to make it work. We try to blend everything out to where it doesn't look as light. So we're just gonna keep on blending. All right, now we're gonna set with the Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder, which I absolutely love this setting powder. Reminds me so much of the Laura Mercier powder, so we're gonna do that. I do it a little bit with a brush under my eye first because I have fine lines, so I try not to use so much powder under my eyes, but I really don't like my concealer to crease, so I want to make sure that I do set it. So I'm just setting my T-zone and everywhere that I think I'm gonna get extra oily with that powder. And then I go ahead and take the powder puff, and whatever excess that I have left, I'm just going to take that all around my face. Then for bronzer, I'm actually going to be using the Mega Glow Contour Kit, and this is in Dulce de Leche. And I really like this contour kit a lot. I'm just kind of placing the contour everywhere, and then we blend it out. And then to brighten my under eyes, because like I said, that is a deeper concealer, I'm using the yellow like banana powder under my eyes, just to give my eyes a little tiny bit more brightness, just because like I said, that concealer was darker than my foundation. And then for blush, we were going to use this Color Icon color shifting blush, but it wasn't going to work with my look. And that's like from the Fantasy Maker line. So I was like, no, we're just going to use our eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to use these two colors as my blush from the Heart and Soul eyeshadow palette, which worked perfectly. So I'm just taking that very lightly and just putting that on my cheeks. I always blend my blush into my contour just to make me look a little bit more snatched, because you know, girl got some weight on her right now. And then for highlighter, we're going to use, of course, the Mega Glow highlight in, I believe it's in Perfect Petals. Let me double check. Precious Petals. It's the Mega Glow highlighting powder, and I'm just highlighting all the high points of my face, you know, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my high cheekbones, my Cupid's bow. Now we're gonna set with a setting spray. So I don't have too many setting sprays. Those are the only two that I have. One is the Fantasy Maker line one, which is their regular one, just in that limited edition packaging, and then the other one is the Bretman Rock and Wet n Wild collaboration in Jungle Rock. It's a 3-in-1 spray, which smells like coconut. It's beautiful, it's amazing, but it's not gonna keep me from being oily because it is a more illuminating one. I do decide to go in with the other spray as well, but now we're gonna go back and do our lower lashes, and we're just gonna take those first two colors and we're gonna run them on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna blend those out. Next, we're going to use that gel liner, and we're going to run that on our waterline. And then next for lips, we're going to take the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Liner, and I believe this one is Bear Comment or Bear to Comment. We're gonna line our lips, and I just fill them in just a teensy bit to kind of do a gradient. And then we're gonna take this High Shine liquid lipstick, and this is definitely a High Shine liquid lipstick. This is in the color Sold Out. It's a very pretty color. And then I'm gonna throw some mascara on the lower lashes. This is the Essence Lash Princess mascara, so that's why I didn't really mention it. I don't like the Wet n Wild mascaras. The only one I liked was the Bretman Rock one. Here you go. I'm putting on that second setting spray just to kind of set everything and melt everything into my skin. This is not a prolonging spray. This is just going to melt all your products in. And this is it. This is the final look. This is a full face using only Wet n Wild products. I love the way that Wet n Wild products perform. They don't break me out. They're seamless. Everything blends. Everything is really good. Formula is perfect. I think that they did a great job from when I was younger to now. They've really stepped up their formula and their game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, of course, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell down below so you can get notified every time I upload videos, which are 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, you know, if my life permits. And yes, definitely go to the drugstore and check out what they have, because they have some really good products. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see all you beauties in my next video. Bye.